Hello and welcome back to the Ringgit Oh Ringgit channel. My name is Suraya and today I thought I'm gonna do something a little bit different from usual and do a boyfriend tag. So this is Aizat.
Hello.
Aizat is my boyfriend.
Hi everyone.
This is a personal finance channel. I want to do my own spin of like the boyfriend tag and all that. So I thought it would be fun to do one of those ask each other money questions type of videos. It is, especially fun to do that because both of us actually do talk about money all the time and our financial life all the time. So doing one for the camera while also introducing him to the world would be a good introduction, yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's start. So what we have in front of us and how we're gonna do this is we have an article from youneedabudget.com and the article is titled Questions to Ask Your Partner About Money. There's a section about what to ask your partner if you're engaged, and since we are getting married, I thought we can each ask each other questions that would reveal our money personalities. So I will link definitely the article down below so you can also use the same questions to ask to your partner. They also have a bunch of other questions like what to ask when you are first dating, or like what to ask when you are just getting to know each other. Okay, let's start with that one. Will we combine our money or keep it separate?
We should definitely combine, just so that we can pay off stuff like mortgages and utility bills and whatnot, so that we can more efficient household accounting.
So there's a joint account. I think it's also a good idea to also maintain our autonomy for things that each of us want to get for ourselves. For example, Aizat runs his, he runs his business and I run my business. Those I think shouldn't be together inside the combined account, simply because, well, for tax and accounting purposes as well. So there will be definitely some autonomy in terms of each of us have inside, separate from the joint account. I think that's what many people, do in terms of their financial life post marriage.
I think it's more efficient as well when we do that. It's easy to track our expenses that way.
Actually, I don't know. Do you track your expenses?
I sometimes.
Still building the habit.
Yeah, still building a habit.
Yeah.
I try not to spend too much also.
Yeah.
Like when I do have to spend, it's
Yeah.
usually on the essential stuff like groceries.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
phone bills
The thing is,
and-
right, I'm not so worried about his spending style because he's the type of person who, like, if he wants something that is technically non-essential, right? Like, I remember the time when you wanted to buy yourself the earphone, and then you spend the longest time like looking at your phone and just like that went on for weeks.
I did eventually buy it.
You did eventually buy it, but only after you took so long. And I think because you have that like delayed gratification element built in, like you don't tend to be the person who makes purchases right there and then. Like you usually think about it. That makes me feel at ease in terms of our future expenses. Like if there's something that you want to get, you think about it. So that's a
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's good to like
Yeah. Yeah.
delay, or especially delay your purchasing habit, especially when it comes to really unnecessary stuff like a pair of headphones.
Which you eventually bought.
Yeah,
He decided it was
eventually
necessary.
Bought it after
Yeah.
that's a super studio.
Yeah.
No, it was one.
He got so
Yeah.
excited when it went on sale.
after like a few months.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Your turn.
Alright, okay, now let's see what we have. How much could we spend without consulting each other?
Ooh.
Big question.
Okay, big question. The amount that I have in my head that I feel I am comfortable with of you spending without consulting with me, the first figure that jumped into my head is about 1,000. But having said that, anything that is expensive for its category, I think I would appreciate like a consultation at least. Like for example, if you want to get like a 300 ringgit candle or something. I think I know enough about your purchasing behavior now that you don't buy things like that. And if you do buy things like that, you would probably have a good reason behind it. But yeah, things that are technically non-essential but pricey for its price category, I just want to know why. I won't stop you, but I probably want to know why. How about you?
It's a 4-digit number, 1,000.
1,000 juga?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's reasonable enough for you to spend without consulting me for items under 1,000 ringgit.
Unless if it's something that we both say that we wanted, and then it went on like a super sale, on a very time sensitive super sale, right? Let's say if you want what's something that you like, you want your guitar. Let's say your 3,000 ringgit guitar, right? And then suddenly went on a super sale, it's like 1,000 ringgit.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would totally understand why you would get it.
No.
Yeah, without consulting me, I would totally understand.
Good for
Yeah.
me then.
Good for you, yeah. Okay, my turn?
It's your turn, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about investing?
Yeah, I think I know enough. I have a few investment that I'm currently doing right now, and it's one of those things where I'm glad that I have. And instead of a normal old savings, it's a proper investment that's going to grow year after year. And I mean, you taught me a lot about it too.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, I think I mean you can quiz me on this. Yeah,
It's okay.
you can give me a lightning round. I can do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you? Of course you don't. But do you have any like tips?
Investing
Investment?
tips?
Yeah.
Automated. I don't want to be so, like overconfident in this kind of topic because there's always like more to learn. But so far so good. So far so good. I think like between the both of us we'll be okay.
Yeah. Think financial move very very good.
Okay. Alright. Your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think there is good debt and bad debt? Why or why not?
Oh, it's interesting you pick that one. Yeah. I wouldn't put it like good debt and bad debt. Macam at the most it will be like bad debt, and then tolerable debt, I guess. Even with mortgage also, I'm not so comfortable with it. Bad debt is obviously, what they are, like financing things that are not really necessary, things like gambling or buying things that are outside of your payment capability that you don't really need. Even things like a mortgage, with what people say is an example of a good debt. I think even the idea of debt itself makes me a little bit uncomfortable. So I wouldn't call it good, but I would just say it's, must tolerate. Yeah.
I think that if you do your financial well enough, then there will be no such thing as a bad debt. The most common bad debt that people always associate with is credit card debt.
Yeah.
So that's something that is very easily avoidable.
Yeah.
Credit card is a great tool. If you know what you want and you buy only what you need, then I believe that there's no such thing as a bad dad. So I think it's more of a mentality thing. It's like good dad is something that is played on your advantage. If you have one, I think it should set something in your mind to not get into a bad dad.
Look at you.
Something like that.
Who's the financial blogger now?
Well, I learned from the best.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. My turn?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything about my spending you want to talk about?
Well, I actually like your philosophy. It's very relatable to mine also, and I understand your spending habit as well. That you always you only buy what you need.
Not always, but thank you.
Yeah, but it's that kind of spending habit that is very applaudable.
Thank you.
You know, so good.
Yay! I got compliment. Your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. What do you appreciate about the way we've spent our money so far?
What do I appreciate about the way we spend our money so far? I think both of us apply the concept of delayed gratification quite well. So that I really appreciate. What's Lemon doing?
Lepas tu jam kan?
Okay. Another thing that I appreciate is we're both very frugal. You know, we know how to do basic household chores and all of that. So I like the fact that we can care of our own situation. And I also appreciate that you are someone who is highly dependable, and I hope I am someone who is also dependable for you. It's a very assuring feeling. I appreciate that a lot. Oh, maybe I also want to add on that our idea of fun, it's not stuff, it's always experiences, and I really like that. Early on in our dating life, I made him do the love language quiz, and I found out how he prefers to receive affection in a romantic relationship, and he knows mine as well. And both of us scored very low. I think it was the last one or something. Giving is both our least important love language. I think I might have a hard time being with someone who expresses love or expects to receive love via giving. It's not something that comes natural for me. I appreciate that we have that aligned at least. What do you appreciate about the way that we handle finances?
Oh, it's we always want to get the most value out of our money.
Yeah, we do.
Right? So that's the kind of thing that is very important. And I truly that kind of mentality is good for a long term.
High five. High five on camera. Well, yeah. My turn? Your turn?
Should you pick the last one?
Our last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I pick the last one.
Okay, I want to combine these two questions. Where do you want to go for a honeymoon, and how much do you think we should spend on our honeymoon?
Oh, okay. I'll answer the second question first.
Okay.
So I think especially in the current times right now, right? We should try to save as much as possible. Especially we're gonna start our life together, and good financial planning should be at the top of the priority list. So we should plan really well. That doesn't mean that we can't have fun, right? In our honeymoon. So
where do you want to go? Don't think of COVID. Think of like this honeymoon can happen next year after the pandemic ends. It can be like a delayed one.
maybe Langkawi will be my Malaysian pick. Outside of Malaysia, probably maybe Maldives.
Maldives. Oh,
Yeah.
this is the first time I heard you want to go Maldives.
Yeah, it's a very cool place. Yeah. So, like I said, maybe the Maldives answer is contradictory to what I said earlier. But if money is no object, then yeah, probably. But that doesn't mean that
Yeah.
if money is no object as well, you should try to save as much as you can also.
Yeah. I think we both care about that value for money, but also I think that for honeymoon, right? Like I'm willing to spend. I kind of have like this idea in my head, like I want to go to a cool country with you. I want to take you to Japan, and Japan isn't cheap. But we both like Japanese food, so I want to go all out on a Japanese cuisine in Japan. That would be awesome. I want to go to Europe and do like a whole, like at least 3 countries in Europe kind of trip. More is better. Obviously, I'm not gonna spend like hundreds of thousands of ringgit on this trip, but 10k, 10 maybe even 15 for the both of us. Like I'm willing to spend it for like a lifetime of memory kind of thing. I like that whole like, oh, remember that time when I want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Japan?
Okay.
Okay. Awesome. Since it's time is running out, so I'm gonna wrap this up here. Let us know what you thought of this video and whether you enjoyed this conversation, and if you want to see more of Aizat, tell me in the comment section, like, do you and your partner talk about finances before you get married, after you get married? In what way do you open up these kind of conversations? Tell me if it's something that comes naturally for you as a couple, or if it's something that you have to work on in order to be comfortable with it, or if you've never even talked about it. It's an extremely important topic, and I'm lucky to have found someone who are as comfortable talking about it openly and in a very transparent way. And this is the romantic segment of the video. I can't wait to marry you.
Yeah, me too, Sam.
Okay, so with that, Aizat, say bye to the audience, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Do you think we should get a prenup?
Oh, don't ask this question, but this is like super personal lah.
Is it? Okay, okay. Okay.
Plus Melayu kau kan ada prenup. You putih lah.
Okay, fine.
Dia tengok banyak sangat cerita orang putih.
Okay, alright.